Hey family, you are welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Raya of Edways and Treasures. Please do subscribe to this channel, and to my returning subscribers, thank you so much, I really appreciate. On today's episode, we are going to replicate this particular style. Kindly note that this is not my work, I just want to replicate something close. Not to waste much of our time, let us dive into the tutorial. This gele was made with 3 lines of ashwoke, and here with me I have 3 lines of already joined gele. And I have gone ahead to remove one piece out of the 3 pieces. So the first thing I will be doing is to cut out the band and the body. The band and the body, yes, from the fabric that is joined together. So just, it is 2 pieces ashwoke. So just cut out 21 inches in 4 places. I'll cut out 21 inches in 4 places, which I'll be using for the band and the body. So I've gone ahead to cut out the 21 inches in 2 pieces. I'll just set it aside, and right here with me, the leftover fabric from the 2 joined together ashwoke is about 29 inches, and for the upper pleats, I'll be needing 28 inches. I'll just set this aside since it is 29 inches, and I'll be trimming out the 1 inches. Then I'm about to start the pleating. So this is 28 inches in 2 places each. I'll be cutting out. I'll be needing 28 inches in 4 places, which means I'm using the remaining 1 strap to cut out the remaining 2 pleats. So this is 28 inches in 2 places, and I'll be cutting out 28 inches in 2 places from this part as well. So I've gone ahead to cut out the remaining 2 pieces, which I will be using this leftover fabric for a hat. This leftover fabric will measure 15 inches. So I'll be using it for the hat. For the hand, you'll be needing minimum of 10 and 15 inches here, which means still okay. I'll be using this particular piece to explain how I make the band and the body. According to record, it's with that previous fabric, that particular fabric that I'm working on, because it was an urgent work. Here I'm joining together 2 pieces of 21 inches in 2 places. Watch the way I'm joining it, which I'll be using for the band. I'll also be joining together another pair of 21 inches pieces that I'll be using for the body. As for the band, I'll start by folding in about 1 inch. I'll fold it in and stitch it down, just like you are seeing in the video. I have gone ahead to sew it down, and that will be my first pleat. From the beginning of that first pleat, I'm going to measure about 2.5 inches to 3 inches, and I will pin it down. While pinning it down, I will make sure that the distance between that first pleat and the point I want to pin it down to is about ½ inch. So since this material has a pattern, so I'll just be tracing the pattern and I'll be tracing the pattern of the 2.5 inches mark and the point where I want to pin it down to. I don't know if you understand this, but if you do not understand, just measure 2.5 inches at the beginning, middle, and the end, and pin it down at 0.5 inches, 0.5 inch. While I'm stitching it down, I'll be using my hand to trace the end of the pleat, that particular pleat that I'm sewing, such that the stitch does not exceed that part, the pleat rather, because if it should exceed it, it will not hold it down. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So I'll be measuring out another 2.5 inches from the beginning of second pleat, not the first pleat this time around, and I'll be pinning it down again at 0.5 inch mark from the beginning of second pleat. So from the beginning of that top pleat, I'm going to measure 2.5 inches like I've been doing from the beginning, and I'm going to repeat the same thing that I've done for the previous pleats. I'm going to repeat it for this fourth one and as well for the fifth one. Because I don't want this video to be too long, so I'll just cut it here. So while I was sewing it down, I'm using my hand to trace the end of that particular pleat I'm sewing. I'm using my hand to trace it such that the stitches does not exceed the pleat. So I've gone ahead to tape down the edges. Then I'm going to join it up to the band that we plaited earlier. So I'll turn down the body with the right side facing upward, while the right side of the band will be facing downward. I mean, the right side of the band and the body will be facing each other in such a way that I'll be stitching on the band and not the body. So while I'm stitching on the band, I'll make sure that that last stitch that I made while I was doing the pleats, I'll make sure that the stitching exhibits a little bit, like I make the current stitch that I'm doing, I make it to be inward such that it leaves it outside. Just watch the way I'm doing it in the video. Trim off any excess you're having on the band. Just trim it off. These pieces that I'm holding here is just the tiny pieces of fabric like a wastage that I intended to use to cover up the band edges, prevent it from fraying. Please pay attention to the video and watch the way I'm going to cover it up. Note that I'm doing this on the right side of the base and not the wrong side this time. I was supposed to do this before joining the base to the band. So I had to lose it a little bit before sewing it down to make the stitching neat and easy. Then after that, I will turn it backward, just like you are seeing in the video. After turning it backward, I'm going to stitch it down to the wrong side and join it back to the body. Just watch the way I'm doing it. Sorry, I forgot to do this earlier, so I had to lose it. We have to attach a rope that will serve as an adjustable strap. We have to put it in between that tiny piece and the body, so that we just stitch on it. Can you see that it is in between the two? After which I will turn it to the right side and stitch down that tiny pieces. Please, while you are doing this, avoid that tiny rope. Avoid it so that you will not make a mistake. Make sure that it is separated from the body so that you will not end up sewing it down. So at this point, I am done with that closure. Remember that spot that I opened up earlier? I'll just stitch it back. And whatever I've done to this side, I'll be repeating it to the other side. So this is the simple illustration of how I achieve this body. So let's move to the crown. I'm going to place the body on my mannequin head. From the back side of the base, I'll be measuring out 2.5 inches from the very edge and mark it down. And whatever I've done to this side, I'll be repeating the same thing to the other side. Remember those 27 pieces that I cut in 4 places. I have gone ahead to join them together in 2 places and I tape down one side. I will be placing that tape side at the center. Then look at how I'm folding it down. I'll start folding it down just like the way we normally do normal pleats. So after folding it down, I'm going to measure about 6 inches from that untaped side and pin it down to the 2.5 inches spot that I marked down earlier. And I'm going to repeat the same thing to the other side with the second pieces, making sure that the tape side falls at the middle while the untaped side falls at the edge. On getting to the middle, I will locate the main middle point and I will measure about 2 inches from the center, that middle point, and pin it down. Like I'm going to pin those 2 pieces down at 2 inches from the middle point. So I have gone ahead to do the tacking, to tack it down after pinning it. So I'll be demonstrating the pleat with one side of this. With one side, we have 2 sides. So I'll be demonstrating the pleat with one side. And I'll be doing the second one off camera. Whatever I'm doing to this side, I will be repeating it to the other side. To make this, you need to know how to tie gele a little bit. You need gele tying skill. While you do the first one, pleat it down to this hand. You continue pleating it down. Then you will pin it. So you do the third one. For this particular pleat, using we attach 2 pieces together, you'll be using one because you're having those 2 pieces. So I think it is more than 2. You would have used like 2 out of, let's say, 3 or 4. So I'm going to repeat the same for the other side and come back to show us the results. You take the 2 ends. You take the 2 ends together, just like you're seeing. Take this tip like this. Just take this tip like this. So you are going to just make a knot. Do you see the way I'm doing it? After you have made the knot, you are going to make necessary adjustments. You align the pleats. You align any pleats that is not following each other. So you align the pleats. After aligning the pleats, one that falls below, you firstly adjust it. You do necessary adjustments just to make it firm. Just to make it firm. Can you see? Now we firm pattern right here. Then you repeat the same to the second side to make it firm as well. You make it firm, you draw it up. Draw it up through this tip, through the base. You're going to be drawing it up. Front, you take it to the back. These end edges, fold it and you take it to the back. Take it to the back like this and pin them together. You just pin them together to the base. So after that, you are going to continue Repeat this from upward position. Do you see the way I'm doing it? Like so. I'm going to start tacking it down from the middle, that middle point. Any place that I pin down from that middle point, I'm going to tack it down. Just hold it in shape and remove the pin. God I beg. I did not remember to tie down that pleated arms. But I will trace it later. Sometimes this needle can be tricky to remove during tacking. So this is why it is ideal to use maybe plier or any other material that you can improvise, please. Not your teeth. Avoid using your teeth for this kind of work. Please make sure that your needle is going in at almost that same place, very, very close to that same place it comes out. That will give it an invisible tacking and will result into a very neat work in such a way that your customer will not even know that you make any tacking. Also, don't forget to tie down that middle point to the base so that it will not be shaking. There's no trick to this tacking. You just tack down any place that it is needed, any place that you feels like it is necessary, any place that will be open. Just tack them down and always make sure that the tacking are invisible. Please, if you have watched this tutorial to this end and you have not liked this video, please do. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel as well. And I would so much appreciate your love comments. God bless you as you do. Please pay attention to this part. It is the last but the most sensitive part. All you have to do is to just arrange that hand to align with the previous pleats that we have been doing so far. I'm using my second hand to hold it from the other side, while I'm using this right hand side to arrange it. So I'm using it to hold it down from that side. After which I'll be using a thread to hold it in shape before attaching the main handle. These are the two handles. I made them from the last pieces I'm having, which measures like 12 inches. So I have to cut it into two pieces and tape it down. Just normal taping. I'll be attaching the handle by tacking it down, making sure that it is neat as possible. After which I will cut out that excess part from the arms, and that is the end for this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. This is the result. Please don't forget to drop your comments, and if you have any complaint, please kindly let me know. If you have anything that you want me to do, please don't forget to call my attention to it. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. See you in my next video. Bye.